Good evening. 261 days. That's how long it's been since WA put up the border wall with the rest of the nation. But in just 1 week, free travel will finally resume with New South Wales and Victoria. The Premier saying the health advice shows that bringing down the border is finally safe.
We have finally arrived after 9 months in a holding pattern.
So I can now announce the following.
The Premier declaring its lift-off for flights to and from New South Wales and Victoria starting next Tuesday. No quarantining required as the hard border is removed to everywhere except South Australia. A perfect Christmas present for people like Karratha-based miner Sam O'Hare after nearly a year apart from his family in New South Wales.
I rang Mum and Dad this morning and that's the best news they've had in quite a while.
I know the border arrangements have put pressure on families and have at times been hard to comprehend.
There will still be 5 restrictions in place. People coming will face health screening and temperature checks. They must be willing to take a COVID-19 test. G2G declarations must be made. They cannot have mixed with anyone from South Australia, and all this applies to people arriving by air or by land.
If you want to go to the eastern states, you're free to go and you're free to return home subject to the G2G pass. I just warn people that if there's an outbreak, we'll put a hard border up again.
That threat hitting a sour note with the business sector.
It's not ideal that we'd be switching the border on and off because those businesses need some clarity around how to manage their operations and how to make their investments moving into the future.
Airlines, hotels, everyone needs to be flexible around that, and we need to have booking policies that can work with the need for states to change their hard border policies.
But the hospitality industry does want the remaining 2 square metre rule reviewed urgently.
The justification for the borders to reopening should also be justification to review some of the density rules as well.
The Premier gifted a timely reminder in response to that request.
For everyone's health and safety, please remember to practice social distancing at Perth Airport.
Right.
Still dealing with a cluster of coronavirus, South Australia will remain off limits until a review by the end of next week. Gary Adshead, 9 News.